Yes, many Japanese people are so angry about this obvious overt interference in domestic affairs. And to begin with, I have to say that there are no discriminatory against LGBT people in Japan.
Hello guys, Ajanaku here, back with another reaction. We're checking out this video of a news outlet reporting about the activities of the US ambassador to Japan. Is really pushing LGBTQ ideologies in Japan, and the locals are like, no, we no go agree. Go and fix Chicago before bringing your LGBTQ's ideology, before spoiling our society. Go and fix Chicago. We no go agree. We don't want that shit, man. They are fighting back. They are reacting to it. They are like, no, we don't want that shit. Let's jump on this video, guys. Let's see.
Former Chicago mayor and current ambassador to Japan, Rahm Emanuel, seen here at this year's Tokyo Rainbow Pride Parade, is being called out by citizens for vigorously pushing LGBT legislation in their country. When Japanese journalists tweeting, "We don't need this U.S. ambassador destroying."
We don't need this US ambassador destroying Japan. The US ambassador pushing LGBTQ ideology to Japan. Please fix Chicago before ruining my country. Like, damn, that tweet is epic. Like, the tweet is epic. Go and fix Chicago. Lord, soon Chicago shit. You don't understand. Go and fix Chicago before coming to ruin my country with your ideology. It's crazy. But for real, why is the US pushing this LGBTQ ideologies all over the world? Like, what are they trying to gain from it? I mean, there are more important stuff they can push that will make the world a better place. But why choose the LGBTQ ideologies to push? Like, I don't understand. Kilon Shele, guys. Talk to me in the comment section. Like, this is crazy. Japanese people are like, oh, but we don't want this shit. We don't want this shit. Man, it's crazy, guys. Let's continue.
Japan. The U.S. ambassador pushing LGBTQ ideology to Japan. Please fix Chicago before ruining my country.
Chicago, man. Fix Chicago.
Journalist Masako Ganaha joins us now. Masako, thanks for being here. What is the reaction from the Japanese public to Rahm Emanuel, who, as you aptly pointed out, was the mayor of a city, Chicago, that is now one of the most disastrous in our country? What's the reaction to him?
Chicago, guys. What's happening in Chicago? Chicago is like, there's crazy shit happening in Chicago. I think I heard of teen outrage, teen rage, whatever. Like, teens were like catching everywhere, like in Chicago of recent. Like, I don't really know what's happening, but it's like Chicago is like a dangerous place, a crazy place to be. Mr. Ambassador, go and fix Chicago and leave these Japanese people alone. Like, let them be. Don't shove LGBTQ ideologies in their faces. Like, no, they don't want it, man.
Telling you that you need to let men use women's bathrooms.
Yes, many Japanese people are so angry about this obvious overt interference in domestic affairs. And to begin with, I have to say that there are no discriminatory against LGBT people in Japan. For example, I can tell you that there is a huge TV industry for those people, meaning those people are called one or okama, meaning girly boys. So they are the
one or okama, meaning girly boys. That means Japan is a country that is not transphobic or homophobic. But the thing is like, they just don't like you shoving your lifestyle, your sexual lifestyle in people's faces. Like, if you want to be gay, if you want to be transgender or whatever, that's your life. Do your thing, but don't go about publicizing it and trying to bring people into it with you. No, if anybody chooses to be gay or transgender, that's up to them, but you don't go about putting it out in the faces of people. No, I think Japan is like a conservative country, but that doesn't mean that gay people or trans people doesn't exist, and they are not transphobic about it. But they don't really like the whole idea of you shoving it in people's faces. No, mind your business. Like, as in, it's your private life. Like, keep it private to yourself. Don't come out and start putting it out in everybody's faces. Like, what the fuck? Like, people don't want that. People don't want that. So that's just it.
TV celebrities. This tells you that Japan is not a country to discriminate against those people.
They don't discriminate.
But what they're doing is to push LGBT ideology to us, and it's destroying our culture. I can tell you about the example more.
Destroy their culture.
I want to ask about this because Emmanuel said the equality countdown begins now. As I said at Tokyo Rainbow Pride, and we'll say again, no one should have patience when it comes to equal rights for all. It's time for a new era where members of the LGBTQI community feel at home in Japan and the U.S. I mean, you said it's not about discrimination. You threw a bunch of facts out there for us. So why is he trying to make it about that, or at least seemingly make it about that in that quote?
Yes, so Japanese Diet is now considering about passing the law, so-called anti-discrimination legislation protecting LGBTQ rights. But it seems like it's coming from abroad. And those LGBTQ ideology is not targeting only Japan, but of course your country and all of the countries in Europe, all over the world.
Yeah,
so it's part of the destruction of our countries. And because we have this G7 in May, so Japanese politicians are making an excuse. We have to meet the international standards, but it's not the case. And what's actually happening is the destruction of our culture. For example, do you know public bath? Many Japanese people like to go to onsen, public bath. But this morning I visited one of the public baths who are losing a lot of the customers because gay people come there and they make out in the public bath. So this public bath.
Wait, I don't really understand the concept of public baths. Like, you can't take your bath in your house. You decide to go outside, like in public bathhouse, and just go and bath there. Like, I don't understand. Like, why can't you just take your bath in your house? You're going to bath outside, like in a public bathhouse. Then these LGBTQ people, they are taking advantage of it. They are using their place. They are turning it like a brothel. They are using that place to make out, to like do their shit. Like, it's crazy. But why go to a bathhouse? I don't understand that idea, that concept of bathing outside your house. Like, in Nigeria, there's nothing like bathhouse. So you have like hotels, places you can go to swim, like swimming pool, whatever, but not like a bathhouse. Like, I don't understand that one though. Please, someone should explain to me in the comment section the concept of bathhouse. But it's like Japanese people really love it. They love bathhouse.
Posted a sign saying prohibit entering of the LGBTQ people without morale and manners. That's the situation we have. So instead we are talking about the propaganda, we need to see the reality and protect our harmony in Japan.
And Masako, I read in the notes that you said you know many members of the LGBTQ community themselves who don't support what Rahm Emanuel is trying to put forward. Go into a little bit more detail on that.
Yes, so actually there is a man who used to be a congressman, and he is gay, but he raised his voices from long time ago, saying that what's happening in the legislation is not actually listening to their voices. They're just talking about what's in the textbook and propaganda from abroad, but those people really want to be heard, their voices, meaning they want to leave them alone, not put them on topic.
Interesting.
So that's what they feel. Yes.
Yeah. Like, live their private life private. Like, they know they are gay, they know they are trans, and they're happy being trans, they're happy being gay, but they don't want you like bringing it out there, like as in let everybody saying, okay, on the news, magazines and everything. No, it's a private life. It's their sexual life. Like, that's their private shit. Don't put it out there. Like, leave it private. That's what that man is saying. I think he's one of their legislative member or whatever. Like, that's it. Leave it private. But it's like Americans like putting their private affairs out there. Like everything they do in the bedroom and everywhere, they don't mind. They put it out like, okay, this is it. Like, what the fuck? We don't care. Now with this. So, but Japanese people are more conservative. Like they're more private people, so they don't do that shit. They don't do that. So don't take your ideologies there, please.
You think if you were going to be creating legislation for the LGBTQ community in Japan, you might listen to the LGBTQ community in Japan and not Rahm Emanuel, the former mayor of Chicago in the U.S. It makes no sense. Masako Ganaha, we thank you for your time and insight this morning. Appreciate it.
Wow, that's it, guys. Like, there are gay people, there are trans people everywhere, all around the world. In Nigeria, there are gay people. In Ghana, there are gay people. In Kenya, Tanzania, there are gay people everywhere. You get? But these people, like, they are not really chauvinists in other people's faces. That's their private life. That's how they choose to live their life. And if that's what they want to do with their life, fine, no wahala. But you coming out and just like putting it out there, trying to indoctrinate people, young people, and all that shit, like, it's not cool. Don't do that. If you want to be gay, that's your life. And if you don't want to be gay, don't be gay, that's your life. Like, just live your life. You understand? Who am I to judge? Who are you to judge? Just live your life. Only God can judge. So that's just it. But don't go out trying to indoctrinate people and trying to make it mainstream. No. We don't want that. Guys, tell me what you think in the comment section, guys. Why is the US trying to like make this whole LGBTQ ideologies mainstream all over the world? Like, what are they trying to gain from it? What are they trying to get from it? I feel like there are more important issues, problems going around the world than all this LGBTQ. I feel like LGBTQ communities, like the minorities, like the smallest of the problems we have in the world. There are major problems in the world that these people supposed to be addressing. But like now, I don't think they're even focused on addressing it. Like, they don't really care about the world. They just care about LGBTQ. They care about sex, like banging shit or banging sex, all these things up and down. Like, it's crazy. Sex should be a private stuff between you and your partner or whoever is involved. Like, don't put it out there, guys. So thanks for staying around, and click the like button, click the subscribe button, support this channel, help grow this channel. Leave your comments below in the comment section, and I'll see you in the next one, guys. Peace.
Listen, 1,000 problems I wanna solve. That's a lot. I bring the bitches I want to fuck, but that's enough. Life I choose 'cause I love. But I'm not.
Yeah, I know say the money is not enough, 'cause I get many problems that me I want to solve. Family get back one day if I flop. Say the blue for Nigeria, you know it's not by force. Now the grace and it's not by love. Wait, I'm proud to carry the size, tell wanna. She the love with the mighty marijuana. One up divide the side, the balabala, she didn't the balabala, the fake for Nagana. The money level supposed to be Montana.